Good morning, gang. Happy Wednesday morning. Okay, we're going to start this morning with some good news. I mentioned this on the live stream last night. Those of you guys who were there obviously already heard this. Those of you that weren't, will give you the idea. We finally met our goal for the holiday fundraiser yesterday. We had a couple of very generous donations that pushed us over the top. We broke $5,000. Then we broke $6,000. So thank you for everybody who has donated to this. We are going to have a lot of fun with this. Tell everybody here again the same thing I said last night. I'm supposed to find out either today or tomorrow. Today, tomorrow, or Friday. Kitty's supposed to call me. She's the one that runs the food bank. And let us know what they are going to be able to get from Second Harvest Food Bank, which is the main supplier for the local food banks. We're going to fill in all the holes for what they can't get. If you remember last year, for example, they didn't get anything in the way of meat. So we took care of the meat for everybody last year. So we'll see what they do this year. Then we will do the shopping this Saturday or Sunday, one of the two, because again, I've got to get with Kitty, and they're going to help us out this time, because usually it's been we take everything over on Monday morning. Distribution day is Monday. And that's always a little difficult, especially when we start to get larger orders, because all my help got to go to work. So it's just me and Mrs. P. And so we can't get everything on one truck. I mean, I take my truck and my trailer and we fill that up. And last year we had 2 more trucks full. And so we had to unload it all, or 2 years ago. And we had to unload it all into the garage. So then Mrs. P and I could take over the first load, come back, load it all in the truck and the trailer. And we're doing this by ourselves, and take it over the second time. And that winds up a mad dash because we're trying to do this in the morning because they start the distribution at noon and running back and forth, and it's a half-hour trip and pain in the butt. So Kitty has gotten with her team, the folks over at the food bank, and we're going to figure out either Saturday or Sunday where they will they will be at the food bank to help us unload everything, and we'll be able to drop it off on the weekend, which is great. Which also means that anybody that wants to help will be able to go load it, unload it, and be done. So I will let you guys know exactly the day and time that we are going to do the shopping this weekend, later this week, for any of you that have a truck and are willing to come help buy groceries, load groceries. You've seen the fun we have before, just crazy. So we're going to do that this weekend. But I wanted to say thank you to everybody. We've crossed the $6,000 mark. I would say this, if you have sent donations already, if they're already in the mail, hopefully they'll get here by Friday, no problem. At this point, if you want to contribute, please, the only way to do it would be via Venmo, because the mail's not going to get here in 2 days. I mean, unless you live close. But even then, 2 days is pushing it. And I don't want to get to a situation where money's coming in after we've done everything, because then it's trying to figure out what to do with it at that point. So, but finally, thank you to everybody who donated. No donation was too small. They all add up. That was the thing. So, again, you guys did great work. You'll get to see the video, maybe, depending on the day, Sunday or Monday, something like that. I'll show you all the fun we have doing all this. So that was that. Okay. Second part this morning. Good is, as expected, at least by me and not the media, Tennessee is not a socialist state. Okay? The special election in District 7 that we talked about again last night that happened yesterday wasn't close, all right? Matt Van Epps, the Republican, defeated Aftyn Behn, the Nashville-hating, country music-hating, bachelorette party-hating, country music-hating, yada-da-da-da, communist, got her ass stomped, which was good. I mean, it was so funny listening to the media yesterday, and it reminded me of 2016. She's within 2 points. The race is within the margins of error. She's going to win. Yet she lost by almost 9 points. Okay? She got crushed. You know, it's funny that the liberals were out there proclaiming her the AOC of Tennessee. Newsflash. AOC's a freaking moron that people in Tennessee despise. We do not want socialism down here. The fact that this woman got any votes surprises the hell out of me. I want to take your guns. I want socialized medicine. Yada, yada. I mean, all the crap she spewed in her platform was so anti-Tennessee values, anti-conservative values. But this is where the problem comes in, and this is what everybody has to pay attention to. Nashville is one of these cities that has seen a massive influx of people moving from California, Washington, Oregon, Illinois, New York, Massachusetts, all those liberals that are fleeing down south. Nashville has gotten a whole bunch of them. Okay. And they vote. They didn't leave their stupidity wherever they left. They're like, well, you know what? We destroyed this state. It sucks so much because of the high taxes and high crime. We're leaving. Okay. Let's go down somewhere else that doesn't have all those things. And let's vote for the same people that gave us the high taxes, the high crime, and all the lunacy. Be wary of your cities. Texas is well aware this is happening to them. Florida is well aware. The Carolinas are well aware it's happening. Pay attention to what's going on in your area, because the conservative stronghold that your area is, the traditional United States moral values that your city holds, are being overrun by the lunatic left, because they're moving in. You know, you look at Idaho, and I told you a few years ago, Mrs. P and I, before we moved here, Idaho was one of the places we looked. We were looking in the Coeur d'Alene area, and started talking to people up there, and they were like, and their term, the Californication of Idaho, of the Coeur d'Alene area, was getting bad. And I look at it now, and houses that were, back when we were looking, were $250 are now $800. And the city councils are going blue. Just the mentality of people has completely flipped. The locals who were there are furious because they're getting pushed out by these people who are coming in going, I sold my 1960s rancher, at 1,200 square feet. I got $1 million. I can come up here and buy myself a freaking mansion. I want more liberalism in Idaho. And this is happening in other places too. Okay. It's up to us to stop the destruction of our country. Fortunately, Tennessee held yesterday. 8 or 9 points. That's great. Trump won the district by 22. Granted, it was a presidential election. Not as many people show up for midterms, let alone show up for special elections. But even Mark Green, the now retired congressman, won by 20, and Van Epps won by 9. I'm not saying, oh my God, Republicans, Republicans, Republicans. No. But I'm certainly saying we don't need any of these socialist pieces of shit that Bernie Sanders, AOC, Pramila Jayapal, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib. We don't need any of their crap in one of the last solidly red states. And Tennessee told Aftyn Behn right here, honey, go get a job at McDonald's. You might be qualified to work there. The rest of us don't want to hear your shit. You hate Tennessee? Go move to North Korea. I hear it's nice in December. Pinball out.